So could you give us your name, job title and company, please?
My name's Jo Phillips. I don't have a job title and I don't have a company. I'm just me, but I've been knocking around Westminster and politics and public and private sector for a long time. So you could sort of say I'm interested in engagement and consultation and working with people.
Amazing. And a bit of a wild card question now. So if you could invite 3 people, dead or alive, to a dinner party, who would you invite?
Right, who would I invite, dead or alive? I would invite Franklin D. Roosevelt, FDR.
Interesting.
Because what he did was rebuild America, and he did it through the New Deal. He created millions and millions of jobs, particularly in the creative sector, and it transformed it. And he ploughed money into it, and that was really innovative and brave and exciting. I would also invite, I'd probably invite Richard Rogers, architect, because I'm really interested in how you design places and towns and cities and how you make them work for people. And I would invite probably Emmeline Pankhurst.
Good choice.
To see whether she thinks we've moved on, because we've had a Home Secretary, mercifully no longer, who wanted to ban locking on. She wouldn't have been in Parliament, she wouldn't have even had a vote had the suffragettes not chained themselves to railings. So that would be quite an interesting conversation.
Very interesting, and a great mix of people there. And who would you say is kind of your business hero? Who do you kind of most sort of respect in your kind of areas of interest?
I think people who speak the truth and people who just get on and do with it. I think people like Richard Branson, I think, was an innovator in the true sense of the word and changed the way we think about things. I mean, obviously he's massive and his brand is absolutely huge, and but he hasn't been frightened to fail. Do you remember Virgin Brides, when he dressed up in a wedding dress and looked absolutely ridiculous, complete with the beard? So people who are willing to have a go, and people who are they're happy to take a hit and to fail, but they have a sort of an enthusiasm and a dynamism to get things going. And of course my old boss Bob Geldof, who you wouldn't necessarily put as a businessman, but somebody who actually got stuff done and changed people's opinions.
Interesting. Yeah, really interesting answer there. And finally, why do you work with Downtown, and what would you say you've kind of gained from that business relationship?
Oh, loads. I met Frank, we were both speaking at a conference last year, and since then I've done a couple of events with him. I write a blog each week and do the podcast from time to time. I think Downtown in Business is a brilliant organisation, and it's absolutely fabulous to get out of London and the South East and find real people in real cities doing real stuff and having real conversations.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, and we really hope you enjoy the conference.